Warriors NRL Fanatics here, back today with a video, and I'm going to go through stats that the club needs to improve on heading into the 2021 NRL season. So I'm going to go through on stats from last year. So the first category is points, so total of points and average, and you look at likes of Melbourne, Rabbitohs, Penrith, Roosters, Raiders. That's no surprise that those are the teams in the top 5 for points. Now, these are the teams that made the finals in the 2020 NRL season, and no surprises there. Melbourne, Rabbitohs, and Penrith, and Roosters and Raiders are up there. So, now let's look at where the Warriors are at. So, the Warriors are at 14th for points. Total points in the 2020 season. So 343 points in 20 games. Now that's not great at all. Down near the bottom in 14th is not great. And it's really important that we get ourselves inside that top 5 for points per total a game this season. So that's a stat that needs to improve on. Now let's look at average points per game. So 17.2 points on average per game after 20 games played. So that's not great at all. And you look at how we started the season, we really struggled for points. And I remember our attack was very bad. And you look at round 1 where we played Newcastle. I understand it was a wet game, but there's no excuses there. We really struggled in that game, first round, and then you look at round 2. We only scored a try off a penalty, so we only scored a try off a penalty try. So that really played a big part in our season. The real slow start to the year and struggling to score points didn't help at all. And you got to improve on these stats if you want to be in the top 8 and make the finals. So it's important to look at these stats and improve on those stats this year. So the next one I'm going to look at is tries and total tries. It's no surprise that these are the teams in the top 5: Raiders, Roosters, Rabbits, Penrith, and Melbourne. And the Warriors are down the bottom here in 14th for tries. So 20 games played and 60 in total. Now 60 tries ain't going to get you anywhere in the competition. You need to be scoring over around about 100 tries. And you look at looks of Melbourne, Penrith, Rabbits. Those are the teams that really showed they could score a lot of tries last year. And the Warriors scoring 60 tries, that's just not good enough. You can't be making the finals or contending at the back end of the year with only 60 tries scored in total. So, that's a stat really that needs to be improved on heading into this year. Now you look at the average, and 3.0 tries per game for the Warriors after 20 games. So not great at all. Attack needs to be worked on this year, obviously, going off tries. The next one I'm going to look at is line breaks. Now, line breaks, we were down in 14th. So it's the same thing, line breaks. 14th, 20 games played, 62. So only one behind the Dragons, who only got 63. So, total of line breaks, that's not good at all. Looking at the Roosters, Melbourne, and the Rabbits, they're on 100 plus line breaks. So our attack really didn't gel in the 2020 season. So 62, not good at all. So on total, and then you go average is 3.1 from 20 games. So not too great. So you've got to look at improving on that stat as well. Now, I'm going to look at a positive stat for it. So, post-contact meters. This is actually a stat we didn't do too badly on. Eighth is not bad. It's not great, but it's not too bad. We're in the top 10, so that's not too great, but not too bad. And yeah, so yeah, 12, 12, 3, 4, 1. So yeah, that post contact meters in total, that's not too bad. And then average, we're in the top 4. So top 4 for average post contact meters. When you look at the likes of David Fusatua, Ken Mamalo, who went home to New Zealand, post contact meters, it's a surprise how high we are up in that category, considering those players went home, and those are the players that give us the most meters a game. So yeah, David Fusatua, Ken Mamalo, though, when they left, we still did all right in that stat for post contact meters. So overall, that's not too bad. And now for tackle breaks. So tackle breaks, we were down in 14th as well. So 487 for tackle breaks. Now the teams at the top have 700. So the teams in the top 3 are 700 plus. Melbourne 674. So yeah, 14th in that. So that's another area we need to improve on is tackle breaks. And I'm sure the likes of Ken Mamalo, David Fusatua, Peter Heku, Ewan Aiken, I'm sure that will help us get a few more tackle breaks and push the team up on the top 5 for those stats this year. So yeah, tackle breaks, another one stat that we need to look at. Let's look at offloads. Now offloads is a positive stat actually. Surprisingly, because I thought we didn't offload the ball that much, but top 4 in total for offloads. So 214 offloads in 20 games played. So when Todd Payton came in, it really changed our game plan around, and we threw the ball around a lot more. So offloads 214, that's not too bad. We're up there with the Melbourne Storm, Sydney Roosters, and Parramatta. So yeah, I'm surprised by that stat overall. I'm very surprised. So let's look at average. And average was second for offloads. So that's really interesting. 20 games played, 10.7 offloads a game. Oh, it doesn't really feel like last year we offloaded the ball much, but we did actually. So 10.7, that's not too bad. Now, another one I want to look at, and I apologise for this video going a bit too long. And yeah, I'm just going to go through 2 more. So let's go through to missed tackles. Now, missed tackles, this is the one area we need to look at. This is very important this year that we need to improve on. And we are top 5 for missed tackles in 20 games played, 610. Now, missed tackles is probably not surprising, because we have conceded a lot of points. And when you concede a lot of points, that is always from missed tackles. So 610 missed tackles a game in total. That's just not good enough. Defense needs to be improved on. It needs to be worked on, because if we want to be a top 8 team, or we want to be contenders at the back end of this year, that is a stat we need to look at. So I'm sure Nathan Brown and the coaching staff will have a look at this stat overall. So it's important. It's important to improve on that stat. Average as well. So average 30.5 missed tackles. So yeah, that's not much more to say about that one. So one more to look through, and I'm going to look through penalties conceded. And let's look at total. So the Warriors are 7th for penalties conceded with 20 games played and 113 penalties conceded. So 113 penalties. I could say all of those penalties were our fault, but I'm not going to say all of them were. You could say in some of the games last year, the Warriors were harshly dealt with some of the penalty calls they had against them. They're not penalties the Warriors could say that that were all their fault, but still, 113 penalties conceded is not great, so we really need to get on the right side of the referee this year. Average penalties conceded, and we're in the top 3, so yeah, 5.7 penalties conceded, that's not great, so yeah. Anyways, so that's the video today, and again, I do apologise for this video going for around about 10 minutes now. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, give the video a like, that would be much appreciated, and yeah, the goal is to get to 250 subs by the end of February, so hopefully I can get to that achievement. Yeah, if you would like to share your thoughts down below in the comments, let me know what you think of these stats and what areas we need to improve on heading into the 2021 NRL season in terms of stats. And I'll see you guys soon in the next one.